Hi there. I'm here to look at the energies on Gaia for October 2018, but it's actually covering September, the last part of September, after the 25th, until October 25th. And then closer to the end of the month, I will have done more updates and added an end of the month report. My name is Carla. I am your guide and Reiki master. And I've been working on some Reiki master deeds. I call them my deeds, my twin flame deeds. And that's where I go on social media and I work with empaths, and I also post healing and Reiki posts, and I call down some angelic energy to send out love and healing to the collective. And I do this for a lot of reasons, for multiple reasons. It is good for the work that I do. It is good for me to, I'm sorry, I needed to adjust this camera. I'm very sorry. So it's good for the work that I do to stay very active with the Reiki, sending, receiving, communicating with people, touching base with my soul tribe, touching base with my spheric circle so I know who I'm connected to. And I have several I have several groups. Pardon me. Excuse me. In the morning, I usually will sneeze at least once, and that was my morning sneeze. I hope from now on I'll hopefully get that out of the way before I do any morning readings. But I get up early to do my elementals, and I call these my Gaia elementals, and that's where I'm reading the Twin Flame Grid, and I'm reading the Christ Conscious Grid, or I'm sometimes picking up on my collective energies. I'm not actually picking up on any collective energies this morning, so I'm nice and clear, and I woke up early and ready to do this. And I went to go to work, and it was like the angels are already ready, baby, already ready. And I'm like, cool, so let me get my coffee and let me get ready, because I'm really excited about doing this October monthly and these elementals. So the way that I'm going to do this monthly forecast is I'm just going to use my oracle, and I have some clarity cards if needed. And then I'm just going to look at those time frames that I talked about, which was anytime after October 25th. So that's the recent and passing energy. And then the now and upcoming energies that we can expect. And I'm going to look at each individual sign. And I hope I have enough room. I feel like I need a little bit more space. At least a little bit. And I got to let my cat in. Here comes Kitty. My kitty usually doesn't want in yet, but it's been getting a little colder, and he sees me up. He runs around at night. My cat does. He's very happy to do that. Not always, but sometimes. He sometimes does. Run around, huh? Run around. And of course now he's hungry. So the October monthly. This is for my collective on Divine Mystical Guidance and Inspiration. That's the work that I do. I do Divine Mystical Guidance and Inspiration. So I'm going to pull, okay, I like to look at all of the elements first and see how it all looks. And then I'm going to break it down and do individual an individual video with some timestamps. And it's going to go by elements. So it'll go by fire sign, water sign. I do fire and water first, and then I do earth and air. So my cards will be laid out, and you won't see them all because my camera is not set up that good. It's just my phone camera, so it's not going to be the best setup, but hopefully you do enjoy the message, and I will show you the cards as we go. And so yeah, we're going to start with I'll give you the overview of everything and then break that down by the elements. But when I lay this reading out, because we had full moons, because we have an upcoming new moon, I want to pull 3 cards for each element to get this full picture. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for fire, water, earth, and air. Just like that. And then that's going to give me the full picture. And then I'll break it down. And I haven't done timestamps on my videos before, so I'm new to doing timestamps, but I think I understand how exactly to do that. I have to rewatch the video, of course, to do it. And that's okay, because I tend to try to rewatch my videos anyway, just to know what I said, because sometimes you forget what you said in a video, and it might have been important. So, Jesus and angels have already been called this morning. All of my asking and clearing has pretty much been called and done. So what I want to do now is I'm just going to breathe deeply and take a few minutes to center in and hone in with these cards. Feeling pulled to this now and this. Amethyst and Tiger's Eye. I was just called to grab those. So I'm going to set a little intention out on this reading for the highest, best energies here with the Amethyst and Tiger's Eye and this monthly oracle covering October and the last part of September. Coffee is delicious. So these are protective and clearing stones, but they're also prosperity and wealth stones. And this could be a lot of messages this month about your assets and the things precious to you and the things you're doing with those things or want to be doing with those things. I'm already getting that, okay? Precious assets could be everything in life that is precious to you, including relationships, especially love relationships, parental relationships, sibling relationships, parent-child relationships, and your work and career relationships. So how you're doing with all of those things could be a focus this month. So that's the energy where we're at now, taking into the new moon. New moon is coming up. We just had a full moon this past Monday. And that was following some big cosmic energy events like some portal openings, timeline collapsing, they call it sometimes. I just call it Gaia cycles and Gaia portholes and energy portholes, and I really think it makes it kind of interesting and mysterious. I continue to use my light language in the work that I do, because the people that learn from me and the people that listen to me, a lot of them are learning light language at this time, or they're going to soon be learning light language, or they already know it. So if you don't understand some of the terminology that I use, please feel free to ask questions. This is open dialogue here in the comments and here on the channel. This is for all twin flames, star seeds, healer souls, all enlightened beings. This is for everyone who resonates, who enjoys, and who finds this valuable. If you find this information valuable and you enjoy the channel, please subscribe and please leave me some feedback. And thank you for all my page likers and all the people sending love and messages lately. It's been super, super, super beautiful. I feel very nourished after like a period of feeling a little bit neglected, not like super neglected, but neglected and just general, just people getting busy, me getting just like not able to participate in life, not able to touch base again with people who can really gel in with me and what I have going on, because I went on my own journey to like get my Reiki degree, to do the Reiki thing a couple years back, and I didn't anticipate exactly how that was going to go. And there were several unplanned events in my life, just unplanned. But I just am determined. So I know what I came here to do. And I just want to keep doing that and doing what I do. I moved through those changes. I'm still standing. It wasn't too terribly bad. It was all very, very beautiful and led me to really strengthen my soul and really strengthen my fortitude, to strengthen my resolve in life, basically, and learn a lot of new stuff. You know, with the world the way it is today, in today's world, with technology, with all of the toxins that we can encounter, with all of the issues of the world, the pain, the anxiety, the fear, I tapped into a lot of bliss and joy and enlightenment and servitude from the heart-based level, and found a soul tribe and a soul family and a light family. I call that just, you know, my galactic family, and some of my galactic family, and some of my closest soul tribe family members are close personal family members or friends of the family. So I figured I had a good support team, and so I ventured out and I've been doing my own business, and I've been doing a lot of self-development, and now I'm doing this ministry. I was called in a special way to do these planetary energies and do my work. I was called, and I don't know what it's like for everybody else, okay? I can only really speak for myself, and I was called to do this. I was called to do this, and along with many others that I've met along the way, and it's wonderful work. It is no problem to do it free. It's no problem to do as much as you want or as much as you can for free when you really get in the alignment with Gaia. Because when you do that, doors open up that didn't open before for you. And you learn things that you would not have learned otherwise, and you get rewarded in ways that you didn't even imagine and that you couldn't have otherwise been rewarded if you weren't accepting your calling and on your divine purpose. Part of my gift is being able to help others with their divine purpose. So I'm always focused on your divine purpose in my readings. And so I'll be looking at like twin flame energies in every reading, in every scenario, and all up and down the way that I know how to read the grid. I call it the grid, but it's just me pulling these, it's me reading the planetary grid, the Christ conscious planetary grid, but when I'm reading it on in front of me on cards and things like that, I do have a way of doing things that works really well for me that I feel like I remembered at a soul level or picked up at a soul level. And so that's what I'm trying to really tap into and bring to this channel, is how deeply I can go and how enlightening a reading can be when I'm really on top of my game and grounded to the planet, which I have been lately, very grounded. Having beautiful dreams, being very productive in life, seeing a lot of things pan out, small things but good things. Finding more time for myself and my children and more time for my business. This is all pretty rare. And even with these portals and even with things moving super fast the way they do when we have energies picking up, moon cycles, porthole openings, special energy cycles, we can just call them that. Some people are like, portholes? What's a porthole? What portholes is she talking about? Well, that's part of the 5D reality that some of us do operate more so in and teach others to operate more so in. And that's rapid manifestation energy. That's manifesting, that's growing as a soul, that's living a better, more enlightened life. It's enlightened living and soul level living and ascended living. That's what it's all about. And so I was called to work with those who were called. I was called to be a guide for those who were called and others as well. And I answer that call by tuning into Gaia. Okay, that's me, tuning into Gaia. And I've been seeing the numbers and the signs and having my thing going on with Jesus and the angels for several years now. So I'm going to get going now with this reading. And I'm just letting you know. Oh, okay. Archangel Michael is just having me clear my throat chakra a little bit more. He said, he is showing me turquoise. And this is turquoise colored, so I wanted to pull it out. Aqua, turquoise. So that could be because he's clearing my throat chakra. Some people watching this might want to clear their throat chakra. I do a lot of throat chakra work. If you sing, if you speak, if you write, if you do work like what I do, if you are a mother or a father and you lead your children, if you're a team leader, if you're a business leader, you're the people that I'm going to find the most and resonate the most with, vice versa. You're going to resonate the most with the messages I bring, because that's the general audience. That's my general collective, is the leaders. So that's why these are twin flame readings. Twin flames are leaders in the communities that they are in. They are leaders in their tribe, leaders in their communities, and leaders in the world. They are in all fields, all communities. They are all over the world at different points of the world. And some of them are together in union, some of them are not. Some of them are married already, been married for years. Most of them are highly spiritual, highly grounded, and successful people. Most of them, and not that some twin flames don't have hardship or struggles. They absolutely do, as leaders especially, because they are spiritual leaders, so they're not handed anything. They have to evolve and manifest it. That's what a good leader does, and good leaders build other leaders. So you're going to find that this Gaia message and these Gaia messages are for all types of spiritual leaders, worldly type of leaders. The further and further I go, the more you get into the work that I actually do, what I talk about, who I circulate and what I circulate in the information, you're going to find that there's a lot of advancement and growth opportunity here on this channel with what I'm bringing. You're going to find that there are deeper, more spiritual, higher plane messages. Okay, sometimes I can tap into and channel your masculine or your feminine. Sometimes I have dreams and pick up on other scenarios. It's a wide variety of things that can happen during my readings. Believe me, it gets interesting. I sometimes channel people's relatives. I don't seek to do that, but if Spirit brings it to me, if God has blessed it, if it is part of what is going to take you onto the higher path and help you with your purpose and your calling, or the collective in any way, God will signal and let me know. I will know when it's safe to channel, when it's not. And I'm very familiar with all of the angelic guides, ancestral guides, and any other spiritual guides of mine, for this channel, for this work that I do, for all of this. So I know who and what and when pretty well. I've gotten a lot of experience now under my belt. Thank you, Archangel Michael and angels. Because even when I would set out and think I was ready, sometimes I'd have to pull back and learn some more, and that happens to us. And then sometimes I was ready and my collective wasn't ready, and then sometimes my collective is ready and I'm not ready, and so that's part of getting in alignment too. That's part of the energy I see now, is that the angels have really signaled to me that this is a good time and people are ready to hear this guidance, and they're ready for me to open up and do more of what I do, and I'm ready too. So it's a matter of both being ready. Collective is ready and I am ready. I do need to do more writing and blogging, so I'm going to be doing that stuff, and you'll be able to check that all out. I already started it last summer, and I've gotten decently far with it considering what's on my plate. I'm pretty pleased. I haven't done enough blogging, period. I wanted to do more blogging. And then I also have, I do my own writing. I do my own writing. I do my own channelings. I do poetry. And sometimes I write songs, and I keep up with thoughts. I post a lot of inspirational things that I come up with or that I find for other people to enjoy. So I focus in a lot on abundance and inspiration. I focus in a lot on the heart and the throat chakra and communication. Communication between you and your twin flame. Communication between you and your higher self. Communication between you and your spirit. Your God spirit. Your between you and the Creator, if need be. But mostly I empower you to do all of the above on your own, especially your relationship between you and the Creator. I really love to help people focus in and get grounded with their relationship to the planet and to the Creator, especially at first, because everything else tends to fall in place on its own after that. And it's like you got off your training wheels when you're grounded to Gaia, because it takes a while at first until you get used to it. And that's how I help empaths and sensitives. That's how I help the rainbow children and the starseed and the indigos. No matter what age you are, I actually do a lot of work with the youth. And I have 5 children of my own, 3 indigo warriors and 2 rainbow children. So those have given me a lot of experience. The work that I did through my life, my parents and my growing up and my life experience and all of my relationships and ups and downs, and working in the field and helping others and volunteering. And that's where I've been. That's what I've been doing. I've been serving Gaia since I was 8 years old. That's no lie. I've been in touch with Gaia since I was 8 years old, and that's no lie. I've been in touch with my heritage and my spiritual side since I was a young child, and that's no lie. Nothing I'm telling you is a lie. It's just something I say. It's a saying from back home. I worked in this place, and we used to say, and that's no lie, because it's kind of a mental health facility, and there was a lot of drama, mayhem, with the people that worked there and with the residents that I had. The place was interesting, to say the least. I had a lot of supernatural and a lot of the specific experience that I bring to the work that I do actually came from those 3 years of working at that particular place. That's interesting that that came up. So that's kind of Michael signaling me to go ahead with the reading, because that's like the place where I go, where I remember first meeting my angelic guide and having that closeness with spirit and taking that and bringing it into the material world and doing something really, really great with myself and my abilities and discovering myself and abilities. So that's beautiful. He's well pleased with where I'm at, which lets me know I'm grounded. I'm ready to pull these cards. So we're looking in October, and I'm sorry, sometimes I have long intro, guys. I'm working on it. But being a channel, sometimes that's what it takes. I try to get good and grounded before I do the videos. But it's still getting to know you and you getting to know me. So I want to bring as much as I can of myself into the reading so that you can know me, so that we can resonate together. This is getting acquainted and reacquainted, basically, with my collective. Some of you I've stayed acquainted with. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Pulling these cards now, and it's happening. I know exactly how I want this to look, and the angels are on board. Not how I want it to look, but how I want my cards to be. And so I don't do any reversals. So we have, starting out this reading over here on the fire side, we have charity and direction, divine direction, directing you. This is a giving and compassionate heart being displayed here with the fire signs. If you don't know if you're a fire or a water or air or whatever, you can get with me and ask, and I'll get with you and we'll talk about that. And I'll leave some stuff in the details as I go on this channel. If people actually have those questions, I'll leave you plenty of details so you won't have to ask everything. And then over here for the water signs, we have angels, we have rebirth, we have ripening on the vine. So lots of awards, lots of rewards, lots of possibly waiting, but also a rebirth and angelic assistance with that. So fire signs could be really supportive to water signs at this time. So coming back over here for earth signs, I have holy fire, and that's right underneath charity. So fire signs and earth signs looking good together. Emotions, waters, that's earth signs, no surprise there. We're seeing some seasonal energy. And we have Our Lady of Innocence. So there is a very sacred spiritual energy going on here with these earthly signs. Some earth signs could have just recently found out they were pregnant or giving birth, or they're feeling the seasons, they're feeling in the season, they're feeling their emotions, they're experiencing things from a very innocent place, but they have a lot of passion and fire and enthusiasm at this time. That's what I see for earth signs. Over here for air signs, something's blooming, you're growing, you're expanding, there's expansion, and there's protection during your expansion if need be, preventing any interference. Something is blooming for you, and it could bring a marriage, a separation, or a major life change for air signs. Air signs are experiencing some sort of rebirth, some sort of union of some sort of sacred type of change. And there is protection to prevent interference, because you are becoming who you are in your place. Oh my goodness. Air signs are basically ablaze right now. They're on fire. They're inspired. They're creative. They're passionate. They're becoming, they're discovering themselves. They're discovering in the world. They're growing, and there's a change. Lots of change. So air signs could be experiencing ego death or marriage, or the opposite of marriage. There could be a lot of life changes going on. But it's a cycle ending and re-beginning, but specifically at a soul level. So it's something that's going to, something goes on during a cycle like this, especially when I see no interference being suggested. It's how you're responding to what's happening in your life. You might be drawing in a little closer to spirit and higher self to get you through this death. It's a resurrection time. You're resurrecting yourself, air signs. You're resurrecting yourselves. You're becoming and you're resurrecting yourselves. You're becoming who you're going to be and experiencing the resurrective power of who you're going to be and what's available to you. So there's divine intervention happening for air signs. There could be some divine intervention happening for earth signs. There's being direction given to the fire signs. There's charitable energy coming to or coming from the fire signs, or the fire elements within people's charts of their signs. And when you see charity, this is really good to see. It's either you being charitable, someone being charitable to you, or the world or the universe is being charitable to you. But this could be charity in any forms. It could be information. In this case, it could be a lot of information. A lot of information and compassion and givingness is coming from Sagittarius, Leo, all of the major fire signs. And it's like they're crowned with glory at this time. And then you have your water signs are in a great place. They're in an abundant place. They're in an emotional place. They're experiencing their own rebirths, rebirthing gifts and talents, able to send out a lot of good energy, a lot of vibration. They are feeling at one with spirit. They have a little pull with the water signs, have a little pull with the universe. They're doing good on the emotional front. They're doing very good on the emotional front, and they're actually watching their blessings pop up all around them. Something is so ripe on the vine. I'm picking up a lot of Pisces energy with the ripening on the vine card. So Pisces could be experiencing the ripest, most fertile response from the universe in what they're manifesting and seeing manifest before them right now. Or they're wishing and hoping and planning on something, while some of the Cancers are more focused on home and children. And it doesn't have to be Cancer or Pisces. And this could be the emotional elements, water signs, possibly even the feminine energy within yourself or your group or your tribe. And also what I see here is like some of the elders of the tribe, some of the more experienced light workers, healers, way showers, on the masters on the physical plane, the incarnated masters, the healers, the light workers, the star seeds. Okay, a lot of them have just recently graduated spiritually. They've reached thresholds and milestones on the spiritual journey. They have already done that, and they're taking the time to renew themselves and turn around and put that back out into the collective, pay it forward. And some of them are expanding on the family. Some of them are planning unions, marriages, and reunions. I see a Pisces or a water sign of some kind might be joining with the air sign, and I see fire sign over here might be joining with the earth sign in their life in partnership in some way, either spiritually or actually. So those are the type of unions that are happening. It's fire and water, or fire and earth, or it's water and air. There are some already fire and water unions within some of the tribes. A lot of the top of the monad of your tribe, some of the leaders in your tribe will have strong signs of fire and water combination. Couples who have a lot of those two elements in their chart tend to make a good leadership couple. Fire and water. Because do you get to master your abilities, your energy, your passion, your fire, your commitment in life, your drive, while you're also mastering your emotional realms. So these two people tend to be like good leaders, while the other energies, and it varies. It varies, of course, it varies. You're not going to have always a Sagittarius and a Cancer be a perfect match. That's not always going to be the case. But in general, a fire sign and a water sign make a beautiful partnership for leadership, for growth, especially spiritual growth. So that's what I'm getting at there. But the focus is actually not on that. It has a lot recently been on fire versus water in the unions, in the twin flame unions, in the energies in general. But now fire seems to have expanded and is gaining direction and moving forward very givingly, very freely, fire signs, and expanding themselves and doing other things. And Cancer's working on home. And that's perfect. It's like the masculine doing what the masculine does, the feminine over here doing what the feminine does. And it's happening for the whole collective. Not a lot of interference, not a lot of distraction, just a lot of direction and clarity, a lot of cultivating, a lot of burning away and preparing with changes and new beginnings all month long. Changes and new beginnings. The fact that this change and new beginning is in the air sign side and the water sign, that's moving energy upon the planet. So this is death and rebirth happening upon the planet, which is perfect because we just opened up these energies. We just experienced an opening up during the full moon of a renewal cycle. So this is showing to be a renewal cycle that in general looks so prosperous. I see wealth, abundance, a buildup. I see a buildup happening, but this buildup coming, these energies coming they've been well utilized. There's been a lot of wisdom. There's been a lot of learning. A lot of experiencing. A lot of changes and a lot of shifts. And there's some more shifts to come. There are shifting energies to come for sure. I can already see that over here on the feminine side.
Mom, I only did this part what Mrs. Bach did.
Awesome, baby.
Mrs. Bach did that.
Don't interrupt. I'm almost done with my video and we can talk all you want, okay? Because it'll be time for us to talk. My music is messing up. So what else do I see here? So looking at it on a collective, right around the new moon, there's probably going to be some more divine intervention than you're seeing now, but you may already be seeing it. but around the new moon you will see it more. And there was just recently divine intervention, because there's always divine intervention during important cosmic planetary porthole openings, energy cycles, full moon cycles, source cycles. The sun source energy has been really calm. That's another way that I know that the collective is doing pretty good, is that the solar energy is calm, and we're experiencing the illuminating renewal energies that the universe has to offer us through the moon cycles. So mostly focused on moon cycles, where that's really good. That means we don't have to watch the resonance of the planet so much, but it's just going to be like spiking up depending on what the unions are doing, depending on what the twin flame, the magnetosphere energy is doing, because twin flames are linked in with the magnetosphere Christic consciousness energy. So that would be the highest, most awakened, enlightened energies of the planet, the most active energies, and that's how we get into rapid manifestation. So I went a little deep on you. I went a little deep. Fire signs are offering direction and receiving direction. This is happening, but they're mostly offering direction because they have been crowned with knowledge, wisdom, glory, and clarity. Clarity, like honesty, truth, clarity, justice, proper direction. They know these things, these fire signs. They've been bestowed that. So they are able to put that out and share that with the world. There's a lot of wisdom going on here with these earth signs. This is spiritual wisdom. This is fiery, passionate expression of that wisdom, or it's like the lights on right now. Earth signs could be feeling very grounded and very enlightened. Okay? There's a pureness here. There's a pureness. There's a pure energy of renewal and pristine qualities to the gifts that earth signs are experiencing. It's pristine, it's passion, creativity, wisdom, leadership, especially divine feminine wisdom. I see a lot of divine feminine wisdom going on here with these earth signs, with a lot of masculine wisdom going on with the fire signs. A lot of universal wisdom over here with the water and air signs. So this is beautiful to see it that way too. We need this universal wisdom over here because we got rebirths and change and things happening on the vine, and a resurrection. We got prevention of interference. We got sending angels. So there's the divine intervention is mostly happening on the emotional realm and on in the shift, while the shift goes on. That's what the air sign represents to me, is the shift. So this is now through the new moon and now through mid-October towards possibly the end of October. There could be some major shifts at the end of October, but it looks like it's going to be around the middle to end of October. So more towards the new moon. There will be death and rebirth. If you're planning something big, especially in terms of major things in your life, marriage, relationships, job changes, or anything big, look for it to be a good time to move smoothly through that towards the middle, towards the end of the month. And for now, just wait to be given direction and help, because the angels will be sent. Wisdom surrounds you. Purity surrounds you. There's good energy around for everybody to be in a good place. If we slow down, if we don't move too fast, if we take time to breathe, meditate, plan ahead, and take a step forward, one foot in front of the other, eyes open, grounded to Gaia, grounded to the planet, grounded in ourselves, grounded in our collective. Okay, that means relationships, your spheric energy as well. Then there is a very huge promise. There's a huge promise I see over here of union, of more manifestation, wishes. Okay, there's been some wishes granted. We started out with charity. We started out with perfect, clear energies and charity and wisdom. So over here, we're just like looking good, coming out of those other cycles, looking good, gained wisdom, gained what we needed, gaining clarity as we go, and then boom, new moon cycle shift. But all is well, because if there's divine intervention needed, it happens. Things are still happening. There is an innocent becoming. So what I see is some righteousness is being, and some grace is being enjoyed among the collective. Some wisdom, some righteousness, some grace. Okay, a lot of awakening, a lot of enlightenment, especially here over the next 2 weeks. There's a lot to be tapped into, discovered, learned about, ideas to be had, projects to finish, projects that pay off, connections that pay off, relationships that are beneficial, seeking them, finding them, and just having wisdom through it all. A lot of good intuition and assistance if needed coming from the universe. So it's really good. It's really it's a colorful reading. It has a good flow to it. Sagittarius really loves an earth sign right now. It's either that they're fond of an earth sign in their chart, in themselves, their qualities, or someone around them that they love. It could be a Sagittarius, it could be a Leo. I'm really getting a lot of energy from Sagittarius, Leo, maybe some Libra over here. Cancer's not stealing the show like they do sometimes. Cancer's still the show on elemental reports sometimes. Cancer's in Pisces. Pisces is more stealing the show this month. That's the way I'm seeing it. Fire signs, earth signs, and Pisces. Definitely some Aquarius energy going on though. Aquarius has a lot of pull with the angels. Just saying. Cancer too. Air signs are doing what air signs do. They're becoming, they're flying, they're changing course. You know, they're pretty much doing what air signs do. It's kind of beautiful. And it's great. It's like most of the collective is perfectly grounded. So I'm going to pull one clarity card over each of these cards just to get a little bit, just to see what we get. I'm not always going to do that, but I'm going to do it for this reading because I just want to work with these playing cards a little bit more. Because I'm using them for clarity over readings when I do readings. So I really just don't feel like going through all the trouble of getting these angel cards together. I guess I got a little burnout on the angel cards and the Reiki as I was going through learning my Reiki and doing all the angelic work. So I'm just going to take a break from that. And then I got bored with tarot. I still use tarot though. So this will help me stay in touch with the clarity that the tarot can bring. while I work with this oracle and I get more acclimated with using oracle. I really love using oracle cards. This is the first set of oracle cards I have, and I was drawn to it. I was also drawn to another set of oracle cards. They got wet. I have a little one. So I'm trying to replace those. And then I have another set, Angelic Abundance set, which I had for years. And it's been through my kids. It's been through moves. It's been through everything. And I've lost the pendulum. You know, it's just things have been lost in the deck. And then my son kind of colored on a lot of the cards. So I took the best parts of that deck. I have a notebook that I use, and I still use that set and that guidance for Angelic Abundance. Plus I picked up and learned other stuff. So I feel good right now at this time. I'm going to introduce some different cards to the channel, but I haven't chosen them all yet. So I'm just taking my time with this, and I'm really just trying to focus in and work on this oracle and use these playing cards sometimes just to keep me in the energies, just to bring us the clarity that we need. And I think it'll be fine. I think I'm going to like doing it like this for a while, because I want to introduce decks that either people have suggested to me or gifted to me, or that I discover in some beautiful divine way, like I did this one. And this one as well. I actually have a story too. A little bit of a story, and it was a great day that day. We had a beautiful day. And me and my daughter learned to play Go Fish, and I got her own set of cards so we could play Go Fish together. And then I was drawn to this one and the airplane on it. So I have a connection to Amelia Earhart, and I really admire her, and I'm into the more mystical side of things and people sometimes, and I consider her to be wise and divine feminine and mystical. And I found that I was drawn to this deck of cards and reminded of her in a very beautiful way. And of course, then I got with Spirit, I got with my blessing team, and we started blessing over the cards and things for me to do these readings this way, so that it'll all come out for the highest best. I see a lot of source energy is with these Cancer, or with these water signs and with these earth signs. Water and earth is, and that's no surprise with this renewal cycle. This is a renewal cycle. It's definitely going to bring change and rebirth and resurrection energies for water and air signs, definitely. But for fire and earth, it's kind of like a green light for you guys. Not a lot of changes, just a lot of clear directives and wisdom about you. Not a lot of changes with the water signs. Mostly these changes could be with air signs, but it could be also some of the earth and water signs could also experience this resurrection, this ocean rebirth, you know. It could definitely be experienced, especially because I see this innocence with the earth signs. This wisdom, this innocence, this glow. There could be a lot of pregnant earth signs right now. I could see that. And a lot of Cancer signs feeling that and enjoying motherhood at this time. Also maybe even pregnant, planning to be pregnant. And there's angelic assistance being sent and divine intervention assistance possibly, if needed, for anybody who is trying to conceive or has children or is pregnant. There's a lot of beautiful energy for that right now, coming from every direction. Coming from every direction, guys. That's beautiful. I'm glad I see that. I'm glad I'm seeing that. Yes, there's going to be plenty of energy to go around, plenty of source, plenty of money. Don't be worried about money, because I keep getting these diamonds, and I just saw 9 of diamonds. And usually when there's parents and motherhood and mother energy and parental energy and pregnancy energy, there's always concerns about your livelihood in life. And then, so livelihood looks good. livelihood looks good for all. You will be assisted if you run into any bumps. You'll be given wisdom and direction. You'll be given charity. You'll run into what you need, you know. You'll carry through just fine. You absolutely will. This sounds weird, but this card reminds me of Ivanka Trump or Melania Trump, more or less. Both of these cards remind me of Melania. I don't know why, but just more recently, I mean, she's the first lady, so I don't know. I feel like she's a very beautiful soul, and I see her in this reading a little bit. I see energy like her. Okay, very beautiful, very graceful. It could be how the masculine is seeing his feminine that I'm picking up on. He's seeing her as a leader, as a gorgeous leader, as a gorgeous, glowing, beautiful soul. He's really admiring the feminine. He's really getting in touch with his feminine side. I'm getting that the masculines are coming a little bit more out of the mental thinking, planning, wanting to control everything. They're getting it. They're hearing the message. Gotta go with the flow. Gotta go with the flow. Gotta let these ladies go with the flow. Gotta let my woman go with the flow. I gotta go with the flow. We're going with the flow. He's getting that. The masculine's getting that he cannot control everything. He can't plan everything. He can't be ready all the time for everything he does in life, nor can everything fall into place perfectly every time he wants it to. He can't fix the world. He can't wrap his arms around the world and heal and fix everything. He's getting that. That's so hard for masculine energy to get because they want to fix. They want to do. They're action oriented, and they not only want to do, if they see something wrong, they want to fix it. It's their first most natural instinct, but it comes from ego because it comes from survival. So it's okay to be that way, but we have to master it. We have to know when to be that way, when to act, when to pull back. That's so hard for the masculine. It's hard for anyone in general, but it's especially hard for the masculine when he's in love, when he loves his feminine, when he's focused on a feminine in his life. When the masculine starts to focus on the feminine, his first priority, very naturally, is she okay? Is she happy? First is she okay? Then it's is she happy? And then if you're not happy, they can go into, depending on what the problem is or depending on how grounded they are, they could go into panic mode. They want to fix, and if they can't fix, they don't know what to do.
Mom,
If they get confused, they don't know what to do. Sometimes. Absolutely. I will, baby. Brush your hair, teeth, and hands, and when I'm done with my video in 10 minutes, I'll spend time with you. I can't stop in a video and write, but I can do it as soon as I'm done. Lay it down. I have to finish. Uh-oh, Bubby's awake too? I gotta go. Guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna pull the clarity cards just for myself. I don't think I need to give much more clarity. I really have given a beautiful message I think will resonate with some people. Yes, the major message is this is a time of renewal. You need to go with the flow. Open your heart. Be very charitable and giving if you aren't. Be in your prayerful life. Be in your spiritual life. Get grounded as good as you can. Enjoy the glorious time. Enjoy the ripening. Enjoy the abundance. Plan for life. Share, plan. There was a lot of focus on friendship and goals this month. I've already picked up on that. So if you're focused on friendship, relationships, and goals in life, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's Gaia's suggestion. That's the angelic suggestion. So I gotta go. I love you guys. Come back and see me soon. Bye-bye.